the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down. And that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Commanders first down.
Now Howell.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Howell.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a...
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6.
At the 45-yard line.
Powell, he'll look to throw it.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route. You are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We're scoreless after 1.
And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the save.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit. I'll put some points on the board on this one. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Hurts.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
43-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Going with their tight end on 4th.
And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
Complete to Zacchaeus. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, he's got him. It's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith,
An 11-yard touchdown.
and the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-10. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
And Howe will throw it.
Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Back to throw. Howell.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
On third down, Robinson.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 20. 3rd down conversion. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Howell down to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Swift going to try up the middle.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Now on 4th down, they throw a deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd down, Howell back to pass.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
To review the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the
an ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. Robinson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose, you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson,
A 6-yard touchdown run.
and the Commanders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
It's third down and 13.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Howell. Complete. It's Dodson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the Washington first down.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And fights through one man. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing here, Howell.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's 1st and goal. Howell out of the shotgun.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, we we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. He'll take it inside the 25.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Robinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Obviously just a gigantic play here, tied late in the fourth quarter, getting the block to keep this game level.
Yeah, Brandon, I know that I should be giving a lot of credit to how it was set up and how they scouted it. Let's just give credit to the player who made the play. The situation totally and did something just a little bit extra in order to affect that block.
Here's 1st down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime.
So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Now the Washington offense heading out. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
That one caught by the tight end Bates.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Now Howell.
And he floats one there, incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Tressway now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Hurts.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
1st down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
And maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gault. This has been a presentation of the NFL.